Okay, so this is the Aqua Captain. This boss can be a little tough at first, but once again it kind of puts the pressure on the tanks. Once again, all the mechanics of this boss are listed in the top right corner. However, there is a mechanic that is not listed there. This boss can randomly spawn 4 sea pups throughout the fight. They spawn in packs of 4 and they are orange con. They need to be focused down immediately. You want to AoE mez them and main assist them down one by one. If you do not do this quick enough, they are going to cast a 12-second stun on the group. And once your healers are stunned, it's pretty much a wipe. Now you can see the group is going to stand over there in that archway. The tank, Kingsman, and I are actually going to pull the captain and tank it in between these 2 pillars, while the group stands back in the archway and nukes with line of sight from there. Now the reason we're doing this is because he is going to spawn those ads you can see in the top right corner where he is standing. So if we tank him in between the pillars here with the group standing back there, it gives the off tank in this situation, who is me, more time to pick up those mobs. Now everyone other than the tanks just has to worry about focusing down the sea pups and the lieutenants that spawn. The sappers are going to be the off tank's job. He's going to pick those up and tank them by the main tank. So 1, he can continue cross guarding the main tank, and 2, the sappers do an AoE power drain, so you want to keep them as far away from the group as possible. You can also see there's a bit of RNG in this fight, whereas at 90% he's going to spawn 1 guaranteed sapper, but every other spawn after that is going to be a combination of both sappers and lieutenants, and they can spawn anywhere from 2 to 4 of them. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pull the boss here. Remember, no DPS. Make sure tanks have full aggro before any DPS starts. Now, don't get complacent, because remember, those dogs can spawn at any time and they are the wipe mechanic. So remember, you need to AoE mez them as fast as possible and focus them down one by one. Here's our first sapper spawn at 90%. The off tank is simply just going to run in, taunt it, and tank it by the main tank so he can continue cross guarding, and so it doesn't power suck the group. Nobody focuses the sapper. Everyone is going to stay with DPS on the boss, but be ready to change targets on the drop of a hat when those dogs spawn. There you can see the sea pup spawn, the aqua minions. They are in packs of 4 and they are very quick and they spread out, so they are kind of hard to get under control. But once your Sork has done this a couple of times, it will be quite easy. Now remember, no DPS on the sapper at all. The sapper is time-based, it will eventually expire. Once the group has killed all the sea pups, DPS will continue on Captain. The sea pups are always the #1 priority in this fight, and the boss is always the last priority. So you can see here I'm getting ready for the next spawn at 65, which can be anywhere from 2 to 4 mobs in a combination of sappers and lieutenants. So I tried to pick up both there, but no big deal, because your group is going to focus 1 anyways. So just go ahead and pick up 1 and tank it by the main tank, and wait for your group to burn down their target and switch on to yours. Now you're just going to rinse and repeat this process 2 more times at 50% and at 15%. This boss can be a little difficult. due to getting the C-pups under control. Also, your off-tank needs to be quick with his reaction time and getting the ads under control, especially if sappers spawn, because they are going to run straight towards the group, and if you do not get them taunted and under control before it reaches them, they are going to have to run out of the way, or else their power is going to get sapped. And if dogs happen to spawn while they're moving, then this creates an issue. Once again, preparing for our next set of ads at 50%. This time it is 2 sappers. The off-tank will run in, get the 2 sappers under control, and you just want to tab, taunt, and make sure both of them have steady aggro on you. No DPS at all on the sappers. Remember that dogs can spawn at any time, so the group should always be on their toes here. In the meantime, let's prepare for our last set of ads, which happens to be 2 more sappers. Rinse and repeat the process we just did, taunt them both, stand by the tank, do not DPS them at all, and everyone will DPS the boss until it's dead.